15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello everybody, welcome back on the Success Blueprint. It is 15-Minute Monday time. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Let's get right into it. The first thing I want to remind you, on Thursday, we got the Executive 5. 3 to 5 minutes executive advice. If you're a leader, executive, C-suite, entrepreneur, and you're running a business by yourself, this will help. So head over there every Thursday online from 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's get right into it. Today, the dopamine for sale, the mood economy. And what do I mean with that? Well, your phone can change your mood in under a minute. That's what we're talking about today. One scroll and you're irritated. One message and you're anxious. One video and you're numb. One like and you're suddenly fine again. That is not weakness. What it is design. We're living in a mood economy where your attention isn't just being captured, it's being shaped. Feeds don't just show you content. They train your brain to crave spikes. Outrage, novelty, validation, shock, approval, drama, not meaning, not depth, not peace. And that matters because when your mood is externally controlled, your life becomes reactive. Your decision-making gets jittery, your relationships get thinner, your ambition becomes impulsive, your baseline becomes restless, and you start needing stimulation just to feel normal. That's what we talk about today, so let's get right into it. This episode is not a delete all apps and go live in the mountains. That's not what it is about. That's not the sermon. It's a realistic reset. I want you to learn what the mood economy is doing to your brain, what destroys focus and calm, and how to take control back without becoming a monk. So what's the challenge here? What's the problem? Most people think their phone is a tool. In practice, it's a remote control for the nervous system. And here's the problem, tribe. Your brain learns what you repeatedly reward. If you repeatedly reward quick hits, your brain adapts to quick hits. If you repeatedly reward novelty, your brain starts rejecting stillness. If you repeatedly reward micro-validation, your brain becomes dependent on external feedback for emotional stability. So you end up with a pattern that looks like this. You feel bored, you reach for your phone. You feel stressed, you reach for your phone. You feel uncertain, you reach for your phone. You feel lonely, you reach for your phone. You're not checking something, you're regulating your internal state with external stimulation. That's why focus is collapsing. That's why reading feels harder. That's why people feel tired even after doing nothing. It's not nothing, it's constant emotional shifting. Your brain is being pulled through micro states all day long. And what's the cost? What's the cost of the mood economy? What currency are we bleeding here? This isn't just about productivity, it's more about identity. When you live on spikes, patience disappears. Anything slow starts feeling unbearable. Meaning gets replaced by noise. And your life becomes a sequence of inputs, not a story you're living. Relationships thin out. You're present physically, but not mentally. People feel you there, but not with them. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Decision quality drops. You choose based on mood, not values. Baseline anxiety rises, not because life is worse, but because your system never fully settles. And then we do the most human thing ever. We blame ourselves. I'm lazy. I can't focus. I have no discipline. No, you've been trained. The system works. It's working on you. The biggest danger is that you start accepting the new normal. Shallow attention, constant stimulation, emotional volatility, and a strange numbness that creeps in when your brain gets tired of being pulled. But don't worry, as per usual, I will give you a 5-step toolkit that you can implement right now with clear action steps. And this framework is designed for real people with real lives. No dramatic digital detox, no purity culture, just control, that's all. Step number 1, run a mood audit. Before you change habits, you need to see the pattern. The action for 2 days, each time you reach for your phone, write one word first. Bored, anxious, lonely, irritated, tired, avoiding, curious, restless, or stressed. That's it, one word. After 2 days, look at your list. You will discover your phone is not a problem, it's your default regulator. Now you can work with reality instead of pretending you're just checking notifications. Step number 2, break the spike loop with a 60-second buffer. If you interrupt the reflex, you regain choice. The action that you take here before opening any feed, do this tiny sequence. 1, put the phone down. 2, slowly breathe in 5 times. Number 3, ask, what am I actually looking for right now? Relief, connection, stimulation, avoidance? Then choose deliberately. If you need connection, message a person. If you need relief, take a short walk. And if you need stimulation, choose it intentionally, not compulsively. This buffer turns a reflex into a decision. And that's power. Power regained back by you. Step number 3, replace random dopamine with a dopamine menu. Your brain will always seek reward. The question is whether you give it junk food or nourishment. The action that you take here, create a dopamine menu with 3 tiers. Tier 1, 2-minute reset. Water plus deep breathing. Step outside, look far. 20 bodyweight squats. Quick tidy off one surface. Tier 2, 10-minute upgrades. Walk without audio. Short journal, what matters today. Stretching, reading a few pages. And tier number 3, 30 to 60-minute nourishment. Gym, movement, deep work block, real conversation, creative output. Now when you feel the itch, you choose from the menu. You still getting dopamine, but you're not just renting it from the algorithm. That is powerful. Can you see this? This step is the most important one. Step 3. That is regaining control and really doing something that means something. Step number 4, build feed fences instead of deleting apps. The goal isn't removing apps, it's removing unplanned exposure. The action that you take here, put fences in place. No feeds before your first win. Your first 30 minutes set your nervous system for the day. Don't hand it to strangers. 1 feed window per day kept. Not whenever, 1 planned window. If it's planned, it stops being a leak. No feeds during transition moments, bathroom queue, elevator, before sleep. Those are not dead moments. Those are your brain's integration moments. These fences protect your baseline. Baseline matters more than motivation tribe. Step number 5, convert consumption into output. If you consume all day, your brain becomes passive. Passive brains are anxious brains. The action that you take here, use the 1-to-1 rule. For every 10 minutes of consumption, do 10 minutes of output. Output can be small, it doesn't have to be anything big. Write 3 sentences. Send 1 meaningful message. Plan tomorrow. Work on 1 task. Create 1 thing. This rebalances your identity from receiver to builder. And builders don't get owned by mood spikes easily. And what's the deeper meaning here, guys? The mood economy is selling you a lie. You need more stimulation to feel okay. But the real issue isn't stimulation, it's lack of internal steadiness. Your life becomes powerful when your emotional state is not constantly outsourced. That's what maturity looks like. Not a perfect routine, not a flawless mindset, internal steadiness. Because when your mood is stable, you make better decisions, you speak with more control, you lead with more presence, you enjoy your wins instead of immediately chasing the next hit. This isn't anti-technology, this is pro-human, upgraded human. I worked with an executive, and when we fixed this problem, we together decided on the name One More Scroll Executive before I asked him if I can take him up into the podcast episode as an example. It was a leader I worked with, and he told me he couldn't focus anymore. He called it brain fog. In reality, he had trained his brain to switch states every few minutes. Email, news, messages, feeds, back to email. He wasn't tired from the work. It was just like this constant shifting that made him tired. We added 1 fence, no feeds before his first deep work win. Within a week, he described a quiet feeling he hadn't felt in years. I'm not rushing inside. And that's transformation right there with a simple little tool. A couple that I assisted last year sat on the couch every night, something like that, technically together, but both were on their phones. No fighting, no drama, just a slow disappearance. They weren't choosing distance, They were choosing stimulation over presence. And in how many relationships is that present? We made it simple. A phones down 20-minute window after dinner. They say that felt awkward at first, then it felt like intimacy returning. And the phone down, it became more and more and more because they recognized how much they enjoyed it. That's transformation right there with one simple step implemented. That's how easy change and a better life can be. And recently I worked with a client, a high performer, strong career, that kept saying to me, I'm losing myself. When we mapped her day, the pattern was obvious. Every time she felt discomfort, she reached for content. Not because she was addicted to nonsense, but because she was avoiding silence. And silence was where her real thoughts lived. And those thoughts demanded decisions. We used the mood audit plus dopamine menu and gave her one weekly thinking walk without audio. 2 weeks later, she said, it's not that my life changed. I changed how I face my life. And that's the shift. Again, one simple tool implemented. But the most important thing is awareness. If you don't know these things, you're not going to find the solution. That's where we help as coaches. That's where I step in and help you to create that clarity. So let me give you a couple of advanced strategies. The emotional contagion filter. Before consuming anything emotional, ask, am I choosing this mood? If not, don't let it in. The 2-screen rule. No second screen while working or watching. Multi-screening trains distraction as normal. Not a good one. The night gate. Your last hour becomes your sleep quality. Protect it. Low stimulation, no feeds. Your brain isn't a slot machine. And in the morning, the same thing. Don't reach for your phone as soon as you get up. No, reach for a full glass of room temperature water. Have it on your bedside table. Drink that and commit to 15 minutes of not touching your phone. Then you get up. Then you brush your teeth and you get ready, and maybe then you take your phone. I promise you, it makes a huge difference. Again, your brain isn't a slot machine. And as per usual, let me give you your weekly challenge for immediate implementation. This week, run the mood economy reset. Number 1, do the mood audit for 2 days. Number 2, add a 60-second buffer before any feed. Number 3, build your dopamine menu. Number 4, install one feed fence. No feeds before the first win. And number 5, do one 20-minute no input walk this week. You're not trying to become perfect. You're trying to become unowned. And please give me feedback. Write me a comment. Send me a message on the podcast platform. Reach out on social media. Let me know if it worked. Just this weekly challenge and you already will see what a big difference it makes. I want you to try this out, commit to it, and I promise you, you will not believe the impact this is going to have on your life. And if this episode hit you, share it. Someone you know is being emotionally pulled around all day and calling it normal. It most probably is almost everyone around you. So it's worth sharing this episode. Subscribe, leave a review, and for sure join me next Monday for another 15-minute Monday. Copy the episode link, share it with 3 people on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, TikTok, wherever you communicate, and help me to grow this tribe. Over the last couple of weeks, this podcast has again grown so much, and that is all thanks to you. So keep on sharing, keep on bringing new people on board so that we can get better at this thing called life and business. And let's not forget our sponsor, Doc Marty Mushrooms. Stable focus and calm thinking require a regulated system. Doc Marty's mushroom blends are built to support clarity, resilience, and a steady energy, useful when you're reclaiming attention in a world designated to fragment it. Visit docmarty.com. Listeners of the Success Blueprint receive a 20% exclusive discount on their first purchase. It's worth it. The discount code is DAN20, DAN20. Use it, head over to docmarty.com, leave some love, and you won't regret it. And in closing, guys, I leave you with one thought. Your phone isn't just a device, it's a mood marketplace. Stop letting strangers bid on your emotional state. You don't need to delete every app. You need to stop being owned by unplanned exposure. Take your attention back, your mood will follow. And when your mood is yours again, your life gets quieter, cleaner, and more powerful. And that was it. I hope that you had a great time, and I hope to see you next week. Wish you a fantastic week. That was Daniel Craig Johnson, your host on The Success Blueprint, with my promise, I'll be back. Take care, tribe.